Hey everybody, and welcome back to Ballydorn. I decided, what the hey, let's put some taters in the ground. I mean, this is Ireland, right? Land of the taters. What the hey, let's put some potatoes in. I was trying to decide, of course, what to put in some of these fields. Went ahead and planted 13 in oats because I realized that, you know what, I need to get some horses. And I didn't have any oats on plan. So we're going to get ourselves some oats. Hey, Shane, Johan, Will, Genetic J, and Fart Ninja. How's everybody doing tonight? Hey, David. What's up? That edge of the field right there, looks like it's just a hair on the raised side. It didn't want to plant. Let's move it over a little bit and see if I can get it to work. I think it's going to work if we get it over far enough. Hey, Christopher, what's up? That's good enough. Hey, Squirrel Bait. How you doing, everybody? We are also cultivating under the potatoes on the big field that we just bought. Field 25. We talked about that in the last stream, about maybe picking up 25 for the purpose of putting corn in or a silage bunker. So it had potatoes in it. So we're going to plow those potatoes under, if you will. And we're putting potatoes in field 10, which is our smallest field on the farm. Hey, Crestwood Rocks, what's up? What about the Fleigl pack? Shane, recently I have been. Typically I don't. Typically I only do live streaming maybe 3 times a week, but the last few weeks I've been daily. Don't know if that will continue this week or not. We'll be doing some Red Dead Redemption 2 streams. I don't know if we're going to do... kind of hesitant to stream Red Dead Redemption Online. Until I at least get a little bit under my belt to understand kind of how that whole ecosystem works. That's some free headphones. I hope they're good. Yeah, this map is... this... oh, you can't really see it there. Yeah, there we go. Now, this map was pretty interesting in concept in 17. It's obviously small fields, but those small fields can make quite a challenge just in navigating around. If you're somebody that typically plays with big equipment, you're going to find yourself very, very angry and frustrated with this map because it is just not going to work. You're not going to be able to drive from the shop to a lot of these fields with stuff that's greater than 3 meters in width. That is just because the roads are so narrow. So if you want to use something that's 6 meters, it better fold up. Be about 3 meters on the road. I had a really hard time getting that that 4 meter subsoiler. I've got this subsoiler, and I had a hard time getting this 4 meter subsoiler from the shop down here because of the traffic. Brian, honestly, nobody really knows because nobody here has any sort of inside information from Giants. But I will tell you, this is the hardest part with respect to consoles, is that if a truck looks like a brand, let's say a truck looks like a Volvo, right? Or you said pickup truck. So let's say a truck looks like a Toyota Tundra, okay? Let's say it doesn't say Toyota Tundra on it. But if you look at the model, there's without a doubt it's a Toyota Tundra. That's not going to be allowed by Sony and Microsoft because even though it doesn't say it's a Toyota Tundra, visually it's a Toyota Tundra to anyone that has any clue. So therefore, you're not going to see it. Same reason why lots of the British folks, they really want to see the Range Rover, Land Rovers. They really want to see those in game, but you're not going to see them because they have a very distinct body shape. And basically, the body shape alone, Land Rover, that's it. The body shape alone tells you that's a Land Rover. And the body shape itself is just as copyrightable as the name. So Sony and Microsoft will prohibit those types of mods being in console. Not Giants, it's nobody else. So what you end up is with vehicles that are so nondescript, and as a result, I guess mod authors aren't overly motivated to spend a massive amount of hours in trying to get something to console that can never be there. Hey, Genesis X, how you doing? Looks like we might just run out of potatoes before we have this field done. So, like for example, the Warrior Plus Plus truck that came out recently by the mod author 5-9. He had done a good, he's probably done a good 10 vehicles, 10 trucks prior to that one, all released on PC because they're Volvos, they're Fords, they're Mack trucks, they're all brands. And none of those would ever find their way to console because of that fact. Unless Sony or Microsoft change the rules. Hey, Rabbit Man, what's up? Oh, here we go, we're out. I guess we need to go get some seed. So while we've got our other tractor, let's break that up. And let's go in here and let's turn those lines off. They don't annoy us. See how the other tractor is doing over here. Hey Jason, how you doing? Thanks for dropping by. Rabbit Man. Looks like he's coming along quite nice. We'll just let him continue. I'm having the hired helper do that because I'm kind of leveraging the fact that the hired helper doesn't have crop destruction. Because if we look here, I did this bottom portion and this side manually, and you can see where I have kind of the lines here that are the lighter color is because of my crop destruction on my tires. Let's head on down to the store. Hey Nitro Dad, what's up? I think we might buy some cows today. And maybe some sheep. Oh, wrong side of the road. Between the fences that are really close to the side of the road are the brick walls that are really close to the side of the road, or the narrow lanes. You know, this is where I was saying that anything wider than 3 meters is really going to be a challenge to haul through this map. Alright, let's pass this truck. Pretty bad when a tractor is passing you, buddy, on a hill. Looks like the zombie infection has left town. Everyone's being cured. Last week they were all zombified. Oh no! Tragedy. Tragedy on the I-9. That's interesting. There we go. Alright, let's go back a different way. Only got one speed, foot on the floor. Hey, we're taking way more than your lane. Watch it. Well, Fort Ninja, there actually was a map that was an edit of Goldcrest Valley that was named very similar to, was basically named after an area of the state that I am in. Played that map for a little bit, turned it into a kind of a testing map. Oh, once again, I missed my turn. Oh. Signal next time. Seriously, people. Yeah, I enjoyed that map. That was fun. Nice little map. One in the back way. I should shut this door, this gate. The map is getting a lot prettier with the greening up, that's for sure. Cut through, we'll actually come into the field the way we're supposed to. This over here. Right now we are working on, what, 3 different maps that are not quite released. stop at that point. Because what I don't know is if I empty this, do I get potato boxes, or do I get seed? That's what I don't know. In 17, I started to make a map of the of my home farm where I grew up. And I said I started. Then I realized I enjoy playing a whole lot more than I enjoy trying to build something in Giants Editor. And I also just don't have the creativity to build anything out with any sort of visual attractiveness. Yeah, the little trailer is part of the Fleigl pack. It is this one right here with easy load and foldable sides. Of course, color changed. Yep, they can be auto load. So we're about to find out if you unload these, do you get potatoes or seed? Nitrodad, GE will never take my soul. I am impervious. I've been in GE plenty of times. I have zero interest in spending my life in it. GE's for the creative types. That is not me. I'll do my creativity in-game. Making up stories. Say I'm a storyteller. I'm not a map maker. Do not unload this. Well, I was going to sell this planter, but now guess I'm going to have to keep it. I need to get a planter eventually. This one, 6 meters, but it folds up quite nice. This one is 6 meters. It folds up too, doesn't it? It folds up. This is solid fertilizer tank, right? think we'll get this one. Right, let's go back and get that pallet of seed. I need to fertilize that field. Lines off. Yeah, so the map author that did this map, he said basically he put about, thinks he put about 180 hours. Oops. Thinks he put about 180 hours into the into this map, into the conversion from 17 to 19, then testing. That's what, about 2.5 weeks of 40 hours a week. 8 to 5, just doing the map. If you were to do it that way. Do this. And then, let's see here, we want to move it to the right. There we go. That's for a map that already exists. If you were to create a map from scratch, you're probably easily going to be putting in, 300, 400 hours or more. I think the Ravenport grass is weird. Drop that off. Run all that trash and all the wireless electricity. Oh, it's great. I could use this little tractor with this 4-meter subsoiler. Weeds already. It is the runt. But, I mean, the wheels are so wide compared to the nose. You need to get to this field from this hill up here, this farm up here on the hill. If you were to not drive on the through the hedge, you have to come through here. Quite a long way to go. Now, Joy, now you're going to see the difficulties of this. Four-meter subsoiler hanging over the edge. Oh, look at that. A little kind of a sprayer going on there. So if you meet traffic where you can actually pull off the side of the road, it's okay. If you meet traffic where you have a hard edge, like a fence or a brick wall, no, you can't fold this. Fixed. This would work best if you had the 3-meter one. Just like real life, the farmer's got to give way because darn it if the traffic won't. But see, yeah, this fence, there's no giving way. So now if I meet a car, I'm basically done for. Just gotta hope you meet traffic at the right spot. Same with around through here. Which gives maps like this a character, for sure. Go. this away. Squeeze it in here. Put it over here. Yep. All right, let's see. Where are we at here? Let's check our Piggly Wigglies, chickens. Water's over here. Put it around the corner so we could see it. I need to put that mod in that has the two-chamber trailer. That little mod that is the two-chamber trailer. What is that one called? It's by what? AAA modding. That would help me with feeding these little porkers. Sunflowers in the trailer. Now I'm halfway here. I should have realized that right away. Apparently the front windshield gets dirty, but the top windshield, top part of this panoramic cab doesn't get dirty. Let's see here. Go. It's more than enough. I don't know if you can see it in stream. Oh, raining. What I was saying is, I don't know if you can see in stream, but there's a clear line across where the dirt is and isn't. Maybe the dirt is different. Now I'm seeing lines at the top too. That's the mirror behind the seat. I don't know what that mirror's for. I call it a spare mirror. stand. Let's disconnect that. Now let's get the let's pick up the pig food. Well, I'm thinking it does now. It's probably not easy to see in the stream, but I thought I was seeing a little bit of dirt up there, just in a different, maybe in a different pattern. And that way, you go through life like a mystery. You know, every day is a little bit of a surprise because you just don't know. So we can probably leave the trailer up here and just bring a bucket load of wheat or barley down there. Both the pigs and the chickens. Just because, you know, I was over the trigger at once. I don't need to stay over it. Tom Hanks didn't say that. That was Forrest Gump of Bubble Gump Shrimp Company. Squirrel bait, you gotta look it up. I think you're showing your age, not knowing what we're talking about. That curved ground was kind of hard to pick it up. Chicken eggs. Hey, but look. It doesn't rain inside anymore. Well, kind of. A little bit of a leaky roof. Hey, it's so much better. So much better than it used to be. Don't know you can do this. I got 150 diesel fuel, 20 exhaust fluid, and 1,804 liters of air. Can I do the bucket? Pointing it. I do that. Just like this. Or let me do this. Gosh darn it. I know this has got potatoes in it, but I don't know how many potatoes it's got. Oh, I bet you it has 492 liters of potatoes. That's very convenient. And, you know, this little trick, that little trick, you know, that's boring. Have fertilizer in here. Find out. Apparently we don't. On closer inspection, that appears to be true. Alright, let's see here. What do we got going on here? Oh, lots of fertilizing. We can make lots of money today. So let's look at our fields first. We could fertilize some fields, some of our own. If I have any sort of placeable probably not. You can do it on a baler. You can pretty much do it on anything. Trailer. Anything that has a fill type. Only on PC until Seasons is released, yes. Once Seasons is out, you should be able to do it on console also. because I'm using the Seasons hand tool. Do that. Oh, you can do that with the current version of Seasons. Just take the hand tool and scan it on anything you want. See what you get. Hey, Sheppa, what's up? Go, so that field's already dark. So that field we can't fertilize. Fertilize these. That taken care of. Yeah, I guess. I guess it's a function of the 19 update. Hey, D Mid 2, what's up? What did you guys think of the mods that came out in the mod hub today? We had a planter or a seeder. We had a placeable bull. Kind of an interesting thing. Trying to think what else came out. I think 5 megs of that bull were texture files. Because all of the different textures were all about a meg each. Close this up. Hey, this map would be interesting with mud. You had mud at all these little dark spots. Trying to think if there's any. I don't think there's any place for me to buy. I think that was a update. I don't think there's anywhere for me to buy bulk fertilizer. Just going to have to get some at the shop. That should be enough. Oh yes, the Steyr tractor. Now they were a good. Let's take a look. Let's just take a look and see. So we had an update to the reverse speed limiter. Quick camera, we had an update to this trailer. The Bison was an update. Don't know what they updated because we got such a wonderful changelog. Then we got a new double bale fork thingamabobber for PC. We got a new fertilizer spreader for PC. Wonder how much this holds. Looks pretty cool for a small farm. We got this planter. Here's our bowls. Placeable bowls. And then the Steyr tractor. Glad that turn has a little extra curb. I'm looking forward to working this grass field over here to the left. Big 35. Yep, mud is coming. Had a chance to experience mud in our Nebraska lands testing. It can be quite brutal. Ground is wet enough. Well, David, we also get a whole bunch of awful stuff. That's one of the things that folks that come over from console to PC, they got to be very careful because it's so easy to get just mesmerized with mod overload to the point where they just start downloading everything they can find. And then they suddenly realized that not all mods are created equal. Sadly, some folks don't realize that until they really, really mess their game up. Roof in here too. Mod for what? There is a mod for mud. 8. What fields are close to us? Where are we? 40, 41, 46. So fields in the 40s. We have any fields in the 40s? I want fertilizer. 41 wants fertilizer. Let's do that one. Ah, it's right up here on the hill. That'll basically almost pay for all the fertilizer we just bought. So that's cool. Kiwi, well, you think they fixed lots of things. Maybe it's the model. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know how the game determines what's a building and what's not a building. Hey, Tub Farmer, how you doing? David, what are you saying is the upside of the of console? The lack of junky mods? That used to be the case. Seems like with 19, even consoles are not immune to getting the occasional "what is that" mod, because it doesn't seem to work right. Yeah, consoles, the beauty of consoles is that in theory you turn it on, you fire up the game, and it's just going to work. Equal opportunity gamers. Genetic, that is right. Everyone should have the right to have the ability to get completely frustrated with stuff that just doesn't work the way it's supposed to. Yeah, consoles, the beauty, in my opinion, is that you turn it on, fire the game up, and it's supposed to just work. Because Sony and Microsoft have protected you. And basically made it so that you've got a platform that, while limited, will always work as intended. Unless, of course, the console's broken. Then that's, it's broken for everything. PC gaming, you've got a lot more flexibility. You've got a lot more things that could go wrong. A lot more reason why something might not work. You've got a lot of mods that do things like this guidance steering, which, you know, requires a bit of learning and a bit of finesse. But sometimes players just don't want to put the time into. And I practice. Thankfully, I haven't had to troubleshoot too many mod conflicts. But when I do, I practice what I call the art of the half, of having. That is, take half your mods out, see if the problem still exists. If it does, then take half of what's left out, see if the problem still exists. And just keep having until you find the issue. Because basically, whatever the issue is would be in the half that you just took out. And then I basically add half of what I took out back in and see what happens. This is probably a fancy word like binary search. Where you take everything out and you put half in and see what happens, and basically you do big chunks, and then once you get a general idea of where things might be, you start smalling down that chunk until you really run into the issue. Hopefully that is the case. Well, I think we've probably all run into issues where the game crashes but doesn't put an entry in the log as to why. I go back to an issue I had in 17 with a UMRV server that we ran. There was a game update, and the game update basically caused the map and two other mods to have a fatal conflict. And all three of those mods worked before the update. But if the map, UMRV, and Seasons in 17, and this liquid fertilizer production pack from Farmer Andy, if all three of those were activated, the map would crash on the server. It would never load up. If you took Seasons out, the map would work. If you took the liquid fertilizer pack out, the map would work. If you played with Seasons and the liquid fertilizer pack on a map other than UMRV, they would work. There was just something about that trio that wouldn't work. Yeah, it was a bit more problematic with the dedicated server because it's not as easy to just take things in and out. That's fine, Crestwood Rocks. You don't need to worry. You don't need to play with Seasons if you don't feel comfortable with it, or you just don't like that style of gameplay. This field is 12 acres. This field would be dwarfed on Nebraska lands. But on this nice little map, it is the biggest one, I think, of the biggest one of the bunch. That's right. $41. Yep. It's the biggest. It's basically going to pay for the fertilizer I put in this tank. So all the rest of the contracts that we do is going to be pure profit. Same with map making. Now, if you're making a map like Nitrodad's making a map, he's making a map of an area of the country that he is passionate about. So he's making the map for himself. And he'll probably release it to the public. But, you know, he's not making the map for the public. He's making it for himself. So, always do what you enjoy. Don't worry what other people think. Six. $36. That's on the way back. Take care of that one. That's right. Make it how you want. Need to get to 36. So we need to take the road that's going to take us down to the animal buy point. Oh, see, like right there. That on, yeah. Okay. 773, 1815. Sometimes you just gotta do it. Wouldn't have the indestructible traffic. And traffic goes a little smarter. Hey, Blue Jeans, what's up? The entrance to this field is going to be around the corner. Car. I think we'll get more refined weeds in 21 for sure. Off we go. Who's going to take their farming with them and get pick up Farm Sim 20 for mobile? $5.99 to farm on your phone. I don't know if I'm that much into it. I don't game on the phone too much anymore. It probably won't run on your phone, right? Hey Mike, how you doing? Do they have refunds on mobile apps like in the iPhone store or the Android store? Must be like the atypical Android user where I pretty much hardly ever, very rarely do I install something from the App Store. Well, Shane, what mobile app has mod support? I'd be curious if there's a single one. I don't think there's too many mobile apps that allow side loading. I'd be loading something outside of the mod store or the app store. You think consoles are a moderated platform, a managed platform by the manufacturer? Cell phones are to the extreme with respect to not the manufacturer, but typically the carrier. Carrier doesn't want anything on their network that can basically take their network down. Done yet? Oh no, Weasel. I don't use my phone as a phone. I can't stand talking to people. The phone. It almost annoys me if someone calls me on the phone. It's like, what do you want? Just send me an email. 33 is way over there. 20, 22, 8. 20 is right there. 2, 8. Oh, sweet. They're all right there. All right, so let's go up here, cut across, then over. Now we know what generation you're in. Phones aren't for talking, they're for texting only. It's the other T word, texting. Oh, there's traffic again. That's why you have Hey Google. My youngest kid the other day, he was pretty funny. He's going to be 6 this month. He was telling us that his eyes are so awesome. He can see things that are 40 meters away. I said, really, is that a long ways away? He said, I don't know. So then he picked up his phone that we have for him that just does Wi-Fi. He's like, hey, Google, how far is 40 meters? I was kind of shocked he knew what a meter was to begin with. He got a kick out of Google telling him how many feet 40 meters were. Hill Farm. Yeah, the traffic. Yeah, apparently in, what was it, 13? Maybe it was 15. Traffic could be moved around. Still wondering if Will's going to put this house in one of his maps. I know he likes his farmhouses to have interiors and everything. Maybe he could do something like Alien Jim, where he had the house that that gets better as you clean the farm up. Yeah, I'd heard that traffic in the olden times, you could move them around, but I guess players spent too much time basically manipulating traffic. Giants put them on a indestructible plane. Such a way that all they do is just move around. When you take the collision off of them, that would be fine. You see them visually, I mean, isn't that part of the real reason for traffic existing, so that you have activity moving around on the roads? You take the collision off of them, so that if you accidentally run into the things, it doesn't knock you into next week. One of the reasons we're doing these contracts is to really just experience what some of these other fields look like, what the map looks like around those fields. Plus to earn some extra cash, because we still need a harvester. Got a forage wagon, but I don't know if we could put hay and straw in our silo. We shouldn't be able to. We'll probably sell the forage harvester and buy a baler. Given the fact that we have cloths, we might as well buy the cloth baler, right? I don't think I've seen a single map where they've taken collisions off the traffic. How can it be that no one has thought of that? Yes, for the observant, I'm missing lots of spaces, but it's a contract. I'd waste more fertilizer trying to fill the spaces in than I would just leaving them be. Maybe you could take the collisions off of just the white Bronco. That drives around with his hazards on all the time. Be pretty funny. Go 20. It's 10 here. Eat a little bit. This is a big tater field. This one will pay out good come time for harvest. Hey, David, what's up? So right across the street, that's one of our fields. It's all of our fields, actually. So tomorrow night, I think we will be doing Red Dead Redemption 2. We'll probably be diving in the single-player story mode. And thinking about how I'd do it. I've seen some other folks' videos on story mode, and I think I kind of like the guys that basically just let the story play out and really don't talk a lot. Just kind of experience it as it plays out without the whole lot of chatty Cathy, so to speak. What do you guys think? Flip this 90. And we'll lock that down later. We don't use metric at all in the States, other than people that want to use metric. That's why football fields are 100 yards long, not 100 meters. That just doesn't make sense. Roy, now I know you are absolutely crazy. Yeah, but see, yards and feet are the same. They're the same imperial measurement, right? It's like 4th and 500 millimeters. It's like WTF. What's that? Makes no sense to me. Must be coming down really good. We got the wipers going fast now. You all know when it rains a little bit, the wipers are like intermittent. It's coming down hard. They go faster. So, field 8. Right over there. There's a fence. Then the horse area is right down here. This would be a nice field to buy for oats. Or this field over 6. You can make 6 grass for the hay. This oats. Do you have miles in Australia or you got kilometers? And if you do inches and feet, then I would expect you would have miles, right? Build 1. Daft Eddies. That too. Baloo House. Oh, we need to do those too. These sound fun. It's field 1. We're in the island. Hey Drew, what's up? How you doing tonight? It's a little wet here in Ballydorn. Hey Dustin, how you doing? Need to mow the grass for the last time. Just been too wet. Every single weekend it's just been too wet. And this map very likely will not be coming to console. I just don't see it getting uploaded to the mod hub. Hey, Doughboy. Want the Cletus video today? To be quite honest, I don't remember too much of it because I was working at the time. I had it on in the background. Mod author is OBO. He did this map in 17 and released it over at FSUK. Map author is right there, right to the right of the map name. It's OEVO. I use a keyboard and a wheel, depending on the moment. He does have Facebook, yes. But I don't know what he goes by on Facebook. I think he goes by his real name on Facebook. So... yeah. Done. And I missed it. Let's get over here and do our fields. Uh-oh. Oh, that's what happens when you hit the button that's apparently mapped on your steering wheel. Oh my gosh, Stormo? Yeah, I'm not going to get the last name right. Rockhound did not finish his second map in 17, and tell you the truth, he hasn't done a lot of 19 gameplay. Been spending his time behind the wheel of a semi in American Truck Sim. I think he's just having a complete blast in Truck Sim at the moment. It is pretty wet in the UK, yes. That's what I hear. Feel pretty good. That one done. Beans done. Teens done. All right, well, I think that's about it. So let's go do one. I'm going to do this field over here on this little island. Let's go hit that one up. This is home to Daft Eddie's. Look at that. It's pretty cool. Private road, access to residents only. Let's see, maybe. Cool little boat launch there. Boat docks or whatever for these guys. This will make it easier. Drive through these narrow roads. No, I don't think I'm supposed to come through here. Oh, and that gate moves. Oh, wait. We'll figure out where we're supposed to enter this field later. Hey, Raznik, what's up? Oh, doing a little, oh, check out this pole. Talk about lines. He's got a line coming into this pole, and he's got 1, 2, 3, he's got 6. This one pole is servicing 6 houses. Saw that on another utility pole down by the farm. Well, David, then we got Nebraska lands for you. Well, looks like here's the entry down here. Now he's talking about a game called War of Rights. Kind of a Civil War simulation. Yeah, this is about the biggest tractor you're going to want on this map for any sort of real driving. Car. Got this fancy boat. I think I'm supposed to get this close to it. Still need to do that multiplayer thing we talked about. Let's jump back to our other tractor. Go this way. We need to get the get our flatbed trailer. Let's do Daft Eddies to the Quincy School. True, because basically the map author has he's basically kind of given me free reign on the release of the map. And to be quite honest, I don't know if I like that idea. I think it's an awful lot of responsibility for something I didn't make. At any rate, as a result, I really don't see me uploading this map to Giants. For a few reasons. One, I'm definitely not going to go through their whole rigmarole of things that they're definitely probably going to want changed. And two, it's just I don't see it right for me to be able to collect on any sort of download money or whatever that they provide out. So highly doubtful it would be going there. Right now I'm kind of thinking Nexus, because they seem to be a fairly responsible site. Now this is more of a finesse map. For the person that likes to play on a little more confined areas, someone that's looking for a map that doesn't require a lot of time investment. You can easily come in here and work on a field or two and jump out in 45 minutes and actually have accomplished something. One car is tailing the other car. They're not going fast enough. So we picked up luggage from the island, and now we're taking it over to the school. I guess they're a boarding school. If somebody's moving in. Trying to see if this is the road I need to take to get to the school, but it's not. I take this road up here by the church. That would be correct. This map was released in 17 on FS UK. FSUK was a website that hosted lots of, well, not lots of, but a fair number of mods in 17. Hosted a lot more mods and maps in 15. Kind of was the go-to for mods before the Giants Mod Hub, as I understand it. I'm gonna bank on it being over here. I was right. Go to Ferries Island, which is way over there by the BGA. And we need to bring it way down here by the gas station. Okay. I was hauling a couple pallets of suitcases. Oops. Not going to the church. We're doing a transport contract. This is part of the Fleigl transport pack. So it is the Fleigl Fleigl pallet transport pack that has a single axle trailer. This trailer is the double axle version. You can get it in various configurations. They have some dollies, they have a semi-trailer, a hook lift, a couple traditional trailers. Well, they were sitting out in the rain when I picked them up. This particular mod has sides that fold down. This particular configuration. Adjustable tongue. They're complaining about. We also have a ramp that comes down. On this particular trailer. It's storming now. Anybody remember, has anybody seen the lightning that happens in seasons? Hey Chris, what's up? I've already run one contract on the ferries, I remember. So we got some more luggage. More flooded ferry. We're going to drop this pallet off and then we're going to call it a night. Then tomorrow night the plan is to head to the wild, wild west. Become a cow-poking cowboy. Businesses. Fair number of sell points. For sure. There's no production. I don't know, Fabio. I haven't been able to keep up with I haven't really kept up with factories. Pretty cool. That's not a real number. For sale, 3 to 8 bluefin tiny with. Huh. Oh, there it is over there. Go. Some serious quick cash. Almost $35,000. Still down 27,000 because we had to bought that cedar. Oh my gosh, what do we got? We got a massive traffic jam down here. I'll tell Becky, thank you very much. Glad to keep you out of trouble. Alright guys, so that is it for the night, and actually that is going to conclude probably the farm sim content for this week. Going to be rootin', tootin', and shooting the rest of the week. Giving a good run on Red Dead Redemption 2. Starting tomorrow night. Unless things change, my plan is to do the single player story mode. But things might change. It's hard to say. let's just say we'll flip a coin and figure out what the heck we're doing later on tomorrow. So until next time, happy farming.